Ganago, amical, va sortir. Combien?
C'est le premier. C'est qui sortit déjà?
Ganago, prêt. Ganago, pas ici à sortir là-bas.
Qui sort?
Ganago est prêt.
Regarde, je sors ici.
Max, regarde-moi.
Je reste là.
C'est bon, Max.
Il reste là.
Sautez ici là.
On a compris.
Oui.
Les gars, ne partez pas le but.
Samba, colle.
Ne partez pas le but, les gars. Ne partez pas le but. Ne partez pas le but.
Tu coupes tout, au-dessus de ta tête, je joue. Tu me fais confiance, ok? Et les gars, allez, au bout. Tu la rates. Vas-y à fond. Ton camp. Bien joué. Bien, Jam. Avance. Joue. On avance. Vas-y, tu es un côté. c'est bon, c'est mieux. Il ne parle pas. Il recule. Chamba, joue. Take your man.
No pushing, no pulling, hands off. Don't use your head. Hands off.
Away. Easy, man. Yahoo. Mal. Tu restes là, il va venir, tu tête. En faute. Parlez.
c'est une zone. C'est une zone. Je peux pas déjà le prendre au marquage. Sinon, j'allais le prendre. Bloque le grand. Mouvement.
Joue là, viens encore. Joue là, en avant.
Free kick, advantage man.
Joue. Encore, deuxième. On avance, Gagne maintenant. Gagne. Fermez, Bill. Avancez.
On est fatigué, on la garde.
Jimmy.
Premiership as Aberdeen first game in 15 days for the host. Stephen Robinson's side haven't played since a successful 3-0 victory in the League Cup against Dundee FC. Looking to get back in the swing of things, of course. There are a few postponements over the last few weeks of Scottish football, with a lot of teams involved in European qualifiers. And speaking of European qualifiers, I'm sure Rangers don't really want to speak about midweek. 1-0 lost to Jablonec in the Conference League and then went out on penalties. 1-1 aggregate score, so no European football for Derek McInnes's side, and yet to win in the league so far. Of course, drew on opening weekend against Dundee United, and a last-minute winner for Hibs at Ibrox. McInnes is looking for his first victory in the league. They beat St Mirren 5-1 in the League Cup, so that's the only bit of positivity at the moment. They really need a rebound this afternoon at Pittodrie. It will be hard for McInnes and co. For Aberdeen, they are unchanged from the League Cup win against Dundee FC. A lot of rest and preparation for this afternoon, you would imagine. Whereas for Rangers, 4 changes from the loss in midweek. Dragojevic, Yukota, Chukwane and Madeira out. Devlin, Curtis, Shankland and a debuting Minsu are in to the 11 for the visitors. For Aberdeen, 4-2-3-1 with Marius Muller in goal. Back forward Chris Caden, Lewis Mayo, Daniel Harp and Nesta Guinness-Walker. Midfield duo of Connor Ronan and Aremu Efiz, with Toyesa Olasana and Tony Yogan as wingers. Michi Tello, central supporting member for Kevin Nisbet, the skipper who leads the line. Similar for Rangers, 4-2-3-1, Ivor Panda in goal. Back forward of Dujon Sterling, Emmanuel Fernandez, Olwefa, Macania and James Penrith. With a midfield duo of Cameron Devlin, Dan Neal and Dan Jerry Gassama off the left, Finley Curtis off the right, debuting Minsu Kim in the middle supporting the man with the armband on, Lawrence Shankland. We're only minutes away from this Sunday afternoon clash in the Scottish Premiership. Do join us at 12 p.m. sharp for all the coverage of your unofficial independent off-tube Stewed commentary as Aberdeen host Rangers. Aberdeen host Rangers this Sunday afternoon in the Scottish Premiership as Aberdeen first game in 15 days for the host. Stephen Robinson's side haven't played since a successful 3-0 victory in the League Cup against Dundee FC. Looking to get back in the swing of things, of course. There are a few postponements over the last few weeks of Scottish football, with a lot of teams involved in European qualifiers. And speaking of European qualifiers, I'm sure Rangers don't really want to speak about midweek. 1-0 lost to Jablonec in the Conference League and then went out on penalties. 1-1 aggregate score, so no European football for Derek McInnes's side, and yet to win in the league so far. Of course, drew on opening weekend against Dundee United, and a last-minute winner for Hibs at Ibrox. McInnes is looking for his first victory in the league. They beat St Mirren 5-1 in the League Cup, so that's the only bit of positivity at the moment. They really need a rebound this afternoon at Pittodrie. It will be hard for McInnes and co. For Aberdeen, they are unchanged from the League Cup win against Dundee FC. A lot of rest and preparation for this afternoon, you would imagine. Whereas for Rangers, 4 changes from the loss in midweek. Dragojevic, Yukota, Chukwane and Madeira out. Devlin, Curtis, Shankland and a debuting Minsu are in to the 11 for the visitors. For Aberdeen, 4-2-3-1 with Marius Muller in goal. Back forward Chris Caden, Lewis Mayo, Daniel Harp and Nesta Guinness-Walker. Midfield duo of Connor Ronan and Aremu Efiz, with Toyesa Olasana and Tony Yogan as wingers. Michi Tello, the central supporting member for Kevin Nisbet, the skipper who leads the line. Similar for Rangers, 4-2-3-1, Ivor Panda in goal. Back forward of Dujon Sterling, Emmanuel Fernandez, Olwefa, Macania and James Penrith. With a midfield duo of Cameron Devlin, Dan Neal and Dan Jerry Gassama off the left, Finley Curtis off the right, debuting Minsu Kim in the middle supporting the man with the armband on, Lawrence Shankland. We're only minutes away from this Sunday afternoon clash in the Scottish Premiership. Do join us at 12 p.m. sharp for all the coverage of your unofficial independent off-tube shoot commentary as Aberdeen host Rangers. Aberdeen host Rangers this Sunday afternoon in the Scottish Premiership as Aberdeen first game in 15 days for the host. Stephen Robinson's side haven't played since a successful 3-0 victory in the League Cup against Dundee FC. To get back in the swing of things, of course, there are a few postponements over the last few weeks of Scottish football with a lot of teams involved in European qualifiers. And speaking of European qualifiers, I'm sure Rangers don't really want to speak about midweek. I wonder lost to Jablonec in the Conference League and then went out on penalties. 1-1 aggregate score, so no European football for Derek McInnes's side, and yet to win in the league so far. Of course, drew on opening weekend against Dundee United, and a last-minute winner for Hibs at Ibrox. McInnes is looking for his first victory in the league. They beat St Mirren 5-1 in the League Cup, so that's the only bit of positivity at the moment. They really need a rebound this afternoon at Pittodrie. It will be hard for McInnes and co. For Aberdeen, they are unchanged from the League Cup win against Dundee FC. A lot of rest and preparation for this afternoon, you would imagine. Whereas for Rangers, 4 changes from the loss in midweek. Dragojevic, Yukota, Chukwane and Ladaria out. Devlin, Curtis, Shanklin and a debuting Minsu are in to the 11 for the visitors. For Aberdeen, 4-2-3-1 with Marius Muller in goal. Back forward Chris Caden, Lewis Mayo, Daniel Harp and Nesta Guinness-Walker. Midfield duo of Connor Ronan and Aremu Efiz, with Toyesa Olisana and Tony Yogan as wingers. Michi and Tello, central supporting member for Kevin Nisbet, the skipper who leads the line. Similar for Rangers, 4-2-3-1, Ivor Panda in goal. And forward of Dujon Sterling, Emmanuel Fernandez, Allwefer, McCannia and James Penrith. The midfield duo of Cameron Devlin, Dan Neal and Danjeri Gassama off the left, Finley Curtis off the right, debuting Minsu Kim in the middle, supporting the man with the armband on, Lawrence Shankland. We're only minutes away from this Sunday afternoon clash in the Scottish Premiership. Do join us at 12 p.m. sharp for all the coverage of your unofficial independent off-tube shoot commentary as Aberdeen host Rangers. Aberdeen host Rangers this Sunday afternoon in the Scottish Premiership as Aberdeen first game in 15 days for the host. Stephen Robinson's side haven't played since a successful 3-0 victory in the League Cup against Dundee FC. To get back in the swing of things, of course, there are a few postponements over the last few weeks of Scottish football with a lot of teams involved in European qualifiers. And speaking of European qualifiers, I'm sure Rangers don't really want to speak about midweek. I wonder lost to Jablonec in the Conference League and went out on penalties. 1-1 aggregate score, so no European football for Derek McInnes's side, and yet to win in the league so far. Of course, drew on opening weekend against Dundee United, and a last-minute winner for Hibs at Ibrox. McInnes is looking for his first victory in the league. They beat St Mirren 5-1 in the League Cup, so that's the only bit of positivity at the moment. They really need a rebound this afternoon at Pittodrie. It will be hard for McInnes and co. For Aberdeen, they are unchanged from the League Cup win against Dundee FC. A lot of rest and preparation for this afternoon, you would imagine. Whereas for Rangers, 4 changes from the loss in midweek. Dragojevic, Yukota, Chukwane and Ladaria out. Devlin, Curtis, Shanklin and a debuting Minsu are in to the 11 for the visitors. For Aberdeen, 4-2-3-1 with Marius Muller in goal. Back forward Chris Caden, Lewis Mayo, Daniel Harp and Nesta Guinness-Walker. Midfield duo of Connor Ronan and Aremu Efiz, with Toyesa Olisana and Tony Yogan as wingers. Michi and Tello, central supporting member for Kevin Nisbet, the skipper who leads the line. Similar for Rangers, 4-2-3-1, Ivor Panda in goal. Forward of Dujon Sterling, Emmanuel Fernandez, Allwefer, McCannia and James Penrith. The midfield duo of Cameron Devlin, Dan Neal and Danjeri Gassama off the left, Finley Curtis off the right, debuting Minsu Kim in the middle, supporting the man with the armband on. And it is a warm welcome to this afternoon's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. All the action in the early game this afternoon from Pittodrie in Scotland, as both teams looking for, well, at least Rangers, a bounce back from midweek. Aberdeen against Rangers, of course, the hosts haven't played for 15 days, fresh and prepared for this afternoon, you'd have to say. Last time they were playing was a 3-0 win in the League Cup against Dundee FC. Early opportunity, a tackle foul going in there by Fernandes on Ugani. And, well, an early opportunity here for Aberdeen. Of course, Rangers not the greatest start to life at Ibrox for Derek McKinney's really big game this afternoon. And well, Pittodrie is absolutely bouncing, so they're already seemingly up against it, and this early free kick for Aberdeen isn't going to do them much up. We'll bring you the lineups in a moment if you missed them in the preamble. Aberdeen are unchanged from that game 15 days ago, whereas Rangers do make 4 from that 1-0 defeat against Jablonec in the Conference League on Thursday evening. Ball is swung into the back post. Unmarked opportunity inside the first minute at the back post. What a start that would have been for Aberdeen and Steve Robinson's side. Terrible marking in the box there. Rangers already looking all at sea. Daniel Happ there was at the back sticks and just didn't get his target right, and it was unmarked basically at the back post. Really poor from Rangers there, already showing the signs, maybe I don't know, fatigue and low confidence, as you would say. So myself, Lewis Raftery, joined by James Mason, taking you through all the action this afternoon. And well, James, not the start Rangers will have wanted. They want to bounce back, and things will be a tough fixture this afternoon. Yeah,
it'll be very tough for them. Like you alluded to, it's a really big game for Derek McKinnon, as well as not been a good start to his Rangers managerial career, but that chance there, it should be 1-0 to Aberdeen. They should have at least been testing the goalkeeper Ivor Panda, but it's just fallen to the wrong player, you know, Daniel Happ. I mean, maybe if it was on his head it'd be better, but he even could have squared that because he had Nisbet, his teammate, on the edge of the 6-yard box, unmarked. Didn't go for it and just sort of hit it into the ground as another ball comes in, but that one's been plucked out of the air by Panda. But yeah, for Rangers, they just have not settled under the new leadership. The signings they brought in haven't gelled either, so you do worry a little bit about them. Of course, you'd expect them to pick up at some point, but in these early knock-ins of the campaign, with the European disappointment they've had as well, you've got to sort of think Aberdeen are a good shout at home today.
No, I do agree. We were speaking off there coming into this game. Rangers under that much pressure, Aberdeen so fresh. Doesn't with Derek McInnes' side, I don't think it's a good omen. Look, they could prove us wrong and really good. Maybe this is a turning point, who knows, this afternoon. Of course, as I said, Aberdeen are unchanged from their last game, as I said, just over 2 weeks ago, whereas Rangers make 4 changes from midweek. Well, they're already a big chance here for Aberdeen. Poor play at the back, strike comes in from a long way out there from Intello. Again, poor playing out from the back. They look so open, the Rangers. Intello, I don't know if he's trying to catch Panda out there. I don't know if he feels he can't do anything, but I feel he could have played Ugane maybe back in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good, strong physical work by Tony Ugane, but to be honest, it's so physically weak from Rangers at the back. And Fernandes, I think it was Penn Rice came over, they got in each other's way, just managed to muscle them off. The initial ball from Ugane wasn't great. He's got to knock that ahead of him, and he lets Nantella run onto it, and he probably gets into the box and has a better chance to shoot. But yeah, they've missed another opportunity there with the Dons, and it's just really slack for Rangers at the back at the moment.
Yeah, it's, they're wide open. I mean, I've covered a few Rangers games so far this season. The full-backs are basically wing-backs, so we get forward. Shanklin looks like he's won a free kick here, far forward, right on the edge of the area. Hand ball against Happ there. Watching it back, the referees give it. I think it comes off his shoulder, but he does kind of move his arm, so I can't see. The referee's behind him, so maybe it's more of the movement of the arm. The referee thinks that's why. A yellow card as well.
Yeah, I suppose if he doesn't have his arm in the way there, then Shanklin has knocked it past him, and he's in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So yeah, it's probably the right decision of a caution, and the fact he does sort of make the movement of the left arm and sort of knocks it towards the ball. Yeah, I think he's not got away with them there.
We'll say Marius Muller, we'll bring the lineups in a moment. We've had a fast start here. Marius Muller in the Aberdeen goal, sporting a face mask, so a facial injury, so he can be a Superman-like, Batman-like saviour at the moment. Will be Gassama to take. He'll step up right into the wall. Poor free kick. Devlin will keep the attack alive. He's forced to go back. They're forced to go all the way back into their own half. Panda's on the halfway line. That was a terrible, well, I will call it a back pass because it was to the goalkeeper, but he punts it forward to the right-hand side. Here come Rangers in the box there. Neil goes down. Referee says no, not a chance. Not too much complaining actually in the end from the Rangers midfielder, but really strong start to this game. Quickly though, the changes for Rangers. Out goes Dragojevic, Yokota, Chukwali and Dere. Devlin, Curtis, Shanklin and a debuted Minsu who comes in, the South Korean. He's in the attacking midfield role. So quickly, Aberdeen, Muller in goal. Back four of Caden, Mayo, Yellowcarded, now Hap and Guinness, Walker, Afiz and Ronan in the middle. Olasanyu, Entello and Yugan supporting skipper Nisbet. A great start to the season. Of course, a lot of League Cup games and not too many league games due to postponements, but good start for the skipper so far. Whereas Fort Rangers, Panda in goal. Back four of Sterling, Fernandez, McCanya and Penrice. Neil and Devlin, the two holders. Gassama off the left, Curtis off the right, and Minsu centrally supporting the skipper Shanklin. And again, you look, they're on the ball right now, Rangers. Almost got the two central defenders and the defensive midfielders sitting. And then the fullback so far forward, Gassama's at left back right now. So they are really attacking and going for it, if you will, getting bodies in attacking areas. But then you do leave so much space. You almost have to say, right, we will go so attacking, but we will put one or two past you first, because there's so much space for Aberdeen to use, and it's been the same since McInnes has come in.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think what Rangers is, they have the ball at the back and they look up the centre-backs to where they can play it, and they're looking for a Neil or a Devlin to get hold of the ball and be creative, but neither Neil or Devlin's that kind of player. They're not really the one that's going to be spraying the ball around. Devlin didn't really do that for Hearts. He was, the ball-winning midfielder. He broke up the play. I think Neil is a sort of similar ilk to that, really. And it just, again, it's just the rhythm of this Rangers side. There doesn't seem to be a great balance to it, and they haven't quite got sort of on the same wavelength with this new manager McInnes, so it will take time for them. But at the moment, I think 7 minutes gone, Aberdeen, they'll be happy and slightly disappointed that they are not ahead in this game. They've had two good openings. The first one from Daniel Happ, who should have done a lot better from the free kick, and then the second one with Yogan and Natello not really linking up as well as they should have done.
No, it should already be 1-0, as rightfully said, probably from 2, because of the chances, as you do say. Maybe, obviously, he is a great player, but maybe missing a Raskin in the middle. He's a very creative player, just a well all-rounded midfielder. Right-hand side with Curtis, goes centrally. 7.5 minutes in at Pittodrie. It's Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0, and Rangers having most of the possession, maybe close to 70%, give or take now. Gassama cuts inside, swings a nice ball out to the right-hand side to Sterling. Back centrally for Devlin, 1-2, Minsu, nice turn. Just on the edge of the area, loses the ball, but still battling away to get it. That's great play from Minsu. He goes for a strike straight at the goalkeeper. I think that's definitely what Rangers need more of, is a player really showing a bit of work rate, a bit of courage there. He loses the ball poorly. It's a nice turn, and Paulie loses the ball, but fights back to win it. And gets a shot off. It's straight at Muller, but what if you don't test the goalkeeper? You don't know if they've got any mistakes in them. Now Aberdeen have it centrally with Afiz. Forced to go back to Muller. Decent press on from Rangers. Out to the left-hand side to Guinness Walker. Happ will just go long. Again, just kind of putting it into the channels that Aberdeen are probably thinking, right, let's force a mistake out of Rangers. We know they've got them in them. Sterling does well to take it past his man, but then Happ comes forward. He's just going to clear it, actually. It will stay in play. Fernandez is forced to sweep up and does go back to Panda in the Rangers goal, but he's well out of his own goal area. Of course, Devlin dropping deep. He's on the ball, looking for options, as I say so far. Having a quick look at the possession stats. Rangers are controlling the game, close to 80% possession, but apart from Minsu's effort, which was the goalkeeper 25 yards out, nothing to speak of as of yet. Poor pass from Dujon Sterling. Big tackle coming in there from Afiz, and now there might be a bit of space if they can use it. Ball down the left-hand side. Yogan, is he going to get there? He is, down the left-hand side. Olasanyu takes a run at Sterling, goes past his man. Does he win a corner? He does as well. And well, they've already had that set piece from a free kick, and the concerned Rangers. Now another set piece. It's going to be a big one here.
Yeah, it is. I think with how Aberdeen have looked at the deliveries into the box and sort of how haphazard Rangers have been in trying to defend them. I mean, Fernandez is one of the biggest players in there that will be trying to get his head and nod it away. But you look at the others, does he have that sort of relationship with McCanya, who came in the summer. I'm not too sure whether those two are on the same wavelength at times, and haven't played together that much.
It's still building chemistry out there at the moment. It's not the time really for this one more central characters. It will be into a good area. And it's an Aberdeen player who wins it as well. It's Nisbet, who's the skipper, who puts it wide, just kind of underneath it. He just gets underneath it, never really anything on it. But once again, the marking is really poor.
The marking's shocking. It really, really is. Nisbet, he just needed to be another couple of steps back there, and then he can rise and he can head that one. But it's another really good opportunity. It came at him a little bit quickly. He's maybe not expecting it to have gone over the head of the Rangers player in front of him, but it did. And maybe that's for Nisbet. Needs to be, not reactive. He's got to be proactive. He's got to expect that ball to come towards him. But what an opportunity when you're unmarked 6 yards out.
Yeah, we're saying that, I think, as well. The skipper himself will know what he actually done much better than that. You see the frustration on his face, but every time Aberdeen will come forward, definitely from the two set pieces they've already had, look dangerous, and nearly lost the ball there, but if he's there to sweep up, this Walker will sweep long down the left hand side. Sterling floats it forward, so at the moment quite scrappy in the middle, and Rangers, yes, controlling. When Aberdeen have it, they do just look to go very direct and long. Curtis picks it up on the right hand side, still driving forward, edge of the area, strike comes in. It's a curled effort that just goes wide on his weaker left peg, but himself and Minsu so far have been direct, have been good so far. Don't mind him going for the strike there. It's on his weaker left foot, and not a million miles away, obviously.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, like you said, Minsu and Curtis look lively when they have had the ball come towards them, and just looking to be direct and drive at this Aberdeen defence. And it was a little bit sloppy from Aberdeen, who were giving the ball away a couple of times in their own defensive third. But Curtis, it was a nice little curling effort, just couldn't quite get it dipping when he needed to. But it's slightly better. But again, it's more Rangers are being presented openings because of little errors that Aberdeen are making.
It's just long balls, isn't it? And then maybe just being too direct, if you will, and maybe the quality showing of a few Rangers playing. This bit wins it, but only knocks it on for Devlin. Into Curtis. Is he clipped in the middle by Afiz? Yes, he is. It'll be a free kick. Rangers don't want to take it quickly. Want to keep the tempo high. Gisama, nice turn there. Heavy in the end, though. It will be cleared away off of Gisama. Penrice might pick it up. So far, 3 shots apiece for each side. One on target. Piece close to about 70% possession, give or take, for the visitors so far. Penrice, Gisama, nice touch and turn, tries to take it past Mayo, he does, driving into the penalty area, goes down, referee says no. Looked like he was looking for it there.
Just goes over too easily. It's a good little physical battle. He does well, I thought, to get on the wrong side of the defender, but just went down a bit too early. As like you said, he was looking for a penalty.
Now here come Aberdeen though on the attack down the right hand side, and Tello's got an opportunity to find a ball into the box, takes it past his man, ball into the park, sticks, it's overhit, too much height on it, too much power as well. Aberdeen have thrown some red jerseys forward, so now Rangers could hit on a quick counter-attack. Ball fizz to the left-hand side. Gasama's going to get there. This could be a good attacking opportunity. Fix it on his right onto his left, but well defended in the end. I believe that was Mayo, really good defending, and the game's just opening up a little bit. Whenever Aberdeen come forward, they do push bodies forward, but Rangers are struggling to defend them. That was good from the Aberdeen back four. In this first half, left to right in the usual all red for Aberdeen. Rangers right to left in the blue jerseys this afternoon, but yeah, that was a brilliant chance down the right hand side. The ball, it's both, isn't it? Too high, too overhit. That just needs to be dinked into basically the penalty spot.
At the dinked in, or you've got to smash it with power like he did, but across the floor, and then you're giving someone a chance to get on the end of it. Just poke a toe towards it and knock it in the back of the net. But it was so easy. I mean, it's dreadful defending from McCanya, who dives in and just allows that easy ball knock through his legs and down the line. But then Rangers down the other end of the field, it was a lovely sort of switcher play, the diagonal from Minsu, but Gisama just tried a little bit too much. I thought it opened up where he could have had the shot from around the edge of the box, but you've got to give credit to Mayo there because he sort of jockeyed him well and made a good tackle in the end.
It did. At first it looked like he was about two players with Shanklin as well, so we have to deal with him in the back of his mind. Aberdeen now just having a bit of a controlled possession for the moment. Yogan centrally to Ronan, and Rangers are back, fizzes the ball into Intello there and controls it awkwardly, and then he's going to give away a foul against Devlin. Got a feel for the Aberdeen attacking midfielder there because he gets a terrible touch, but my word, was that fizzed into almost his thigh by his teammate there. But Rangers just look all at sea, whereas Aberdeen, they look a little bit more confident defensively so far. 15 minutes about to tick over here at Pedodry. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0, unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of this Scottish Premiership clash. As I said earlier, Aberdeen, I think they'll be nice and fresh from 15 days worth of rest and preparation, whereas Rangers didn't play in the league last weekend, postponed because of the qualifiers, as a couple of games were last weekend, but they play Thursday midweek, so maybe travel to do with that. Ball forward, Minsu, nice turn and touch, but defended well. Lovely touch there from Guinness Walker to just dink it over Shankland's press. Now they've committed bodies forward. Here come Aberdeen, Ronan into Entello, Afiz. Let's get it out of his feet. It's not a great pass, and this bit though will be fouled there by Sterling on the halfway line. Just does bring a pause to the play and means that Rangers can get back. Just as you said, there's just a few passes in the middle from Aberdeen. I know Nisbet's won the free kick there, but it's not a great pass. Ronan didn't play a great pass into Intello. They're getting in good areas, but at the moment it's that final delivery, maybe just a calmness and maybe some nerves for the Aberdeen players.
Yeah, it's just not snappy enough sometimes when they get the ball in that middle of the park. When they work it well, it's sort of one touch, two touch, or a sloppy pass. They just need to get their heads up, look straight away out wide. That's where the pace is, or over the top. But yeah, it just needs to be a little bit snappier at times. But again, they'll be happy with what they've done so far. Aberdeen, there's definitely openings for them. Rangers, for all of the possession that they have, and it's getting more even now. I think Minsu's looked the most lively. He's looked the most technically gifted player for them. I think he's got good control and a decent eye for a ball.
Yeah, you feel he's one that whenever he's a quick turn, he's trying to do stuff whenever he's on the ball. It's such low tempo from Rangers. I feel whenever Minsu's on the ball, it goes up a bit of a notch. He tries to take a man on the quick turn and such. As you're right, just really looking lively so far. Ball forward down the left-hand side. Way too much on that from Guinness Walker, into the arms of Pander. Drop it. Fernandez will pick up. Of course, McInnes, the former Hearts boss, former Rangers player, of course, looking for his first win in the league at least. As Rangers boss wants calm and cool, I have to say, from McCann, almost Cruyff turns it past Intello there. Of course, they did win 5-1 in the League Cup against St Mirren and did beat Jablonec in the home tie 1-0. So he has won, of course, as Rangers boss, but 1-1 draw against Dundee United on the Friday evening, the opening weekend, if you will, of the league, and a 2-1 loss to Hibs. Wright's goal in the stoppage time minutes to give Hibs a 2-1 lead. That's poor from Muller out from the back. So McInnes, it's not the easiest of times coming to Pedodry and trying to pick up a result. Of course, looking recently, they do have a great record against Aberdeen. 4 wins in a row, no losses in 6, of course, as well. Aberdeen haven't kept a clean sheet against Rangers in the last 12 games. So I think that Rangers will feel confident about scoring, but it's more about them conceding would be the worry. Minsu, ball into him, it's overhit from Devlin, cleared away only as far back to Devlin. I thought he might go for a strike there. Looks for the pass, 1-2 with Shankland Gassama. Minsu, he might open and go for goal. He does, gets the slice all wrong. He felt like he took a touch and he wanted to go for a shot, but looked for the pass and then took a touch that was heavy, and he was always kind of reaching for the shot, so then he sliced it wide. But once again, when Devlin's on the ball, he was looking for a pass, can create something. Minsu's first option was, can I take a touch? He was a bit more lively, a bit more high-tempoed about it. Yeah,
he was maybe a little bit too frantic when that ball came towards him. Just lacked a little bit of composure there and the calmness you want when trying to shoot from sort of 20 yards out. But again, it's Minsu that's getting into the areas. He's the one that's making himself available for the ball, and he's looking lively for them. But it's few and far between for Rangers.
It is so far. Looking at the chances and shots that they've created, 4 shots, only 1 on target. Ball forward there. There's a referee giving a foul, I believe, for the Aberdeen man possibly. There's a player down. Not too sure what the official has given, but closing in on 19 minutes. Still no real clear-cut chance. You'd have to say the best chance definitely fell for Hab from that free kick, and that was inside 60 seconds or so. And it's one of them where, yes, it's a big chance, clear-cut. I can't call it clear-cut though, unfortunately.
It's as close as you can get to clear-cut, maybe without not being it. But it was a great chance, unmarked at the far post. I mean, if that's a Nisbet on the end of it, or any other more attacking-minded player, then you probably say it's clear cut.
I think, as you said, if it was on his head as well, maybe,
yeah,
you'd be backing it a bit more. But apart from that, not too many chances. Entello could have probably had a much better chance when they won the ball on the counter-attack. We had a shot from 25, 30 yards out straight to the goalkeeper, maybe trying to catch him out and got it all wrong. I'm not too sure. Apart from that, Curtis had a nice chance on his weaker left foot that he just put over the bar, but again, that was a shot on the edge of the area. Rangers with the ball down the left with Gassama. Penrice overlapping. Let's go back to Gassama. Thought he could have put a ball in the box there. There were a lot of blue jerseys. Minsu, it's a heavy passing to him, but takes a decent touch and plays it back to Devlin. Neil and Devlin have a few 1-2s, and again, it just needs to be a bit quicker because Aberdeen are just sailing in, and well, if it's one slow 2-touch passes, it needs to be quicker. As you said earlier, James, just a bit more zip on the passes, just a bit more tempo. McCanya lets it roll across his body, flicks it off the Aberdeen winger and puts it out for a throw-in. McInnes, can imagine he's feeling the pressure on the sidelines, and I mean, if they do win today, I think it could possibly be a turn of the corner, couldn't it? Because maybe the European football, they've played a lot of games early on, really, haven't they? The 2 legs affair in the Europa League, same for the conference. So they have played a lot of games in a short amount of time. Here they come on a counter-attack. Curtis down the right-hand side, looks to cut in time his left boot. Heavy touch, but still comes away with it. Guinness Walker at the second attempt wins it. Plays it forward to Nisbet. See clipped there by Devlin. Well, not like he was, but again, looking for it at the same time. So referee says, get up, and Rangers have got some space to come forward. Minsu down the right-hand side. Just inside the box, goes back to Sterling, takes a touch, ball into the box, looking for Shankland. They haven't dealt with it. Nearly a chance there for Rangers. But I do believe the referee is given a free kick against one of the Rangers forward. Nisbet wasn't happy there. All I would say is if it's not a foul, because we'll watch it back, is that not a bit of simulation from the skipper?
Yeah, I think that's the argument to be made there, that if he's gone down and the referee says no, it's not a free kick, then he sort of hits the other way, and that's a yellow card. Looking at it again, initially I thought it was a free kick. I thought they just, they crossed over with the heels there, but it does look like he just waits for a bit of contact and is already on the way down to the floor.
Yeah, as you say, his body was almost already going over, and he was waiting for a clip of the heels from Devlin. Well, clip to the heels there, Guinness Walker on Curtis. So it's going to stop-start some of the free kicks in the middle. Do that because the Rangers have been very low-tempoed so far, with a free kick just inside their own half on the right-hand side. Only one yellow card so far, and that was for Daniel Happ for a handball, if you will. Shankland to dink it over and stuck more of his shoulder, maybe more of his bicep, if you will. And yellow card for him. Lovely ball from left to right from Gassama for Sterling. To Curtis, goes back though, and no one's really wanting to run at the man, but that is a nice ball to an overlapping run from Sterling. First time crossing to the box. It's a great, dealt with well by Mayo. I know Shankland is a striker he's got a great header on him, really strong and physical. But if you've got 2 defenders like Happ and Mayo, that's kind of bread and butter for them. His balls into the box. They'll deal with them all afternoon long.
Yeah, agreed. I think it'd be difficult for Shankland to win that battle. The deliveries have got to be absolutely pinpoint, and they just haven't quite been that for Rangers so far, but a ball in behind.
Ball into Curtis, tries to cut it back, looking for Shankland, heavy touch, and the clearing in the end. Gassama was nearly on the end of that one. Devlin will keep the attack alive. Penrice will go for a shot, drags it wide, but we do see so many times that Shankland nearly on the end of that where someone strikes it to drag it wide, but someone gets on the end of it. We'll go out for an Aberdeen goal kick, but Aberdeen have looked a little bit shaky sometimes trying to clear balls from the box. For example, it wasn't a great ball from Curtis on the right-hand side, but Aberdeen are not very confident in them clearing that one away. Goal kick coming up for the hosts. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0, just over halfway through this first half. Unofficial independent of Tube Studio commentary. Goalless so far. I'll pass you over to James to take us through to half-time.
Yes, Aberdeen that do have possession though, with Yogan as he brought down there. Yes, says the referee. Close to the free kick. It was Cam Devlin. That was all over the back of him. Devlin, well, the picture of innocence. He can't believe it, but we'll see this again. As Yogan tried to drive forward, he put his... To be fair, Yogan's just put his body across, or in between Devlin and the ball, and Devlin's momentum's taken into the back. So it is a free kick, unfortunately, from Devlin's perspective there, but it's a free kick opportunity for Aberdeen. It's sort of out on the left-hand side, central. It's not far away from where they had the free kick in the opening 60 seconds of this match, where the cameras are panning to Daniel Happ, who had that chance early on. Couldn't take it, but both arms go up into the air, and the right-footed ball is scooped into the penalty area. It's headed away towards the edge of the D, but the referee has blown for an offside there. So the opportunity is gone. Rangers have the ball back. I suppose at least McInnes can be, well, 1, 2, 3 offside there for Aberdeen. Take your pick for the official on this near side for raising his flag, but McInnes will be a little bit more positive from what he's seen from his side in the last 10 or so minutes.
Yeah, they kind of have got a bit of control, haven't they? Even in the opening 10 minutes, they were having a lot of possession, but in the opening 10 minutes, it just seemed very open, and Aberdeen had those half chances with coming forward, didn't they? You look, maybe if Entello does better with that ball on the right hand side, they could have had much better of a chance. But you're right, of course Curtis had that chance, somehow popping up. It's just the longer it stays at 0-0, there might be more frustration. Rangers will get, Aberdeen will just keep going, won't they? They'll be happy with what they've got. I just feel every time one of these players at the back is on the ball, there's a mistake waiting to happen for Rangers.
No, I would agree. I would say that the press has sort of eased a little bit from Aberdeen, as it was in the first sort of 10-15 minutes, as Rangers now come forward with their new signing Minsu. Tries to drill one into Gassama. Really good touch. Gassama now inside the penalty area, drifting for a shot. Right footed effort comes in, and it's gone wide of the mark. And just seeing if that came off an Aberdeen defender, or if it was off Shankland, who poked a toe at that one. But it's a whipped-in ball from Minsu there. It was a lovely touch by Gassama. Tries to get his right-footed shot away. I think it is off Daniel Happ, actually, so it'll be a corner kick here for Rangers, but that was lively from Gassama.
It was, and I don't mind that because he was cutting inside, but he was always looking for the shot, wasn't he? And as you rightly said, Minsu, he fizzed it into his feet, didn't he? So that looked like, as soon as he hit it, I thought, oh, that's well of it for Gassama, but he took a really good first touch, to be fair. And again, off a Happ, that could have gone anywhere. That could have gone the back of his own net. Now, well, Aberdeen, they've done well from set pieces. They've got to defend one now. Yeah,
Minsu now whips the ball in towards the near post. It's not a great delivery, then it's half volleyed clear. Giving chase now is Olasanye on the halfway line. He nearly gets it from Devlin as well. Oh, Devlin is so fortunate there. He has a little slip. I think he's always trying to do that to sort of tease Olasanye to try and get the ball from him, but it would have been a straight run through on goal from the halfway line there for the Dons forward as they try and come forward now, Aberdeen, as they win the ball back. Little dink ball out to the left-hand side where it's picked up by Guinness Walker. Comes down that left-hand channel looking for a little bit of support as he drifts in field. Finds the ball now towards Ronan as he fouled on halfway. He is by Shankland. The referee blows for a free kick. It's taken quickly. It's with Ronan now as he just comes into Rangers territory. Out towards this near right side where Cadden has possession, goes back inside towards Mayo, who in turn goes across to Happ under a bit of pressure from Kim. Or Mintu, I should say. Long ball downfield though, and it finds Guinness Walker. He now tries to drift in field, looks for a little ball towards a teammate in Nisbet. It's been intercepted, cleared away up towards halfway. And that's going to be a free kick to Aberdeen here because there was an offside, which again, Derek McInnes a little bit disappointed with there, patrolling his technical area. But 28 minutes go on, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. It's been a lively affair, but it's probably safe to say neither side has dominated this one.
No, the only thing the Rangers have done is dominate possession, haven't they? Apart from that, if you want to say that's domination, I don't think it is, but that's the closest thing you've had because it's just been, I think, like sloppy and frantic in the middle of the park, hasn't it? And that's where, if you want control, don't you? Rangers haven't really. When Devlin and Neil are on the ball, they haven't picked out passes, have they? It's been in the final third when it's got to a Gassama or a Minsu that there's a bit of control about it because they're trying to create something, whereas, and again with Aberdeen, no offence to a Ronan or a Fees, but a lot of their passes have been over, under hit, haven't been right to the target. But that's a nice pass. Here comes Ronan. Yeah,
Ronan's got space for a shot here, and he goes for it from distance. It hits off the back of the Rangers defender in Macania and out for a corner kick on that far left-hand side. Well, they said Rangers go and have a shot, and Ronan took it on.
He did. I'm not sure whether this might be a better angle from behind. It looked like it was going on target maybe, but you'd have expected Panther to maybe save that unless it was a rocket in the top corner. But another corner in-swing across Ronan the last time from a corner put it right on Nisbet's head, didn't he? As you said, I think maybe Nisbet should have reacted. As a striker, you should maybe just position yourself a bit better, as you said, because if he's running onto it, he's probably putting that on the back of the net. So another big set-piece opportunity for Aberdeen.
Yeah, it's going to be Ronan to take the corner, right-footed in, swinging right underneath the goalkeeper's nose there. It's headed away, a strong header away. Going to be picked up by a red shirt, though, in Yogan on the left-hand side of the field. Then he whips one in with the right foot, but right into the keeper's area there. Panda plucks it out of the air unchallenged and then overarms it out towards Gassama. Nice touch and a little bit of trickery by him as he gets away from two challengers there up towards halfway. Is he fouled? He is, says the referee. Olasanya, the guilty party. Gassama's looking at the referee, I think, to say, is there no card there? But it's probably best the referee didn't look at him because you could easily get yourself booked for asking for a card. But Gassama has looked lively. I think it's the issue with Rangers is Mintu's looked lively, Gassama's looked lively, but it's giving the ball to one of them and hoping one of them can do something special, you know, pull out a spectacular finish. As ball comes in from the right-hand side from Curtis, headed up and away, then Guinness Walker with his head to it as well. Rangers still with the ball down the right side of the field. Inside pass towards Minsu. Now Curtis back to Minsu. Minsu then on the left foot, edge of the area, squares it to Shankland. I mean, it opened up for a shot there. They've still got it Rangers, but they're being forced backwards now as it's down the right-hand side. That's not a great ball. So the foot comes in from Devlin. He'll win his side a throw. I thought it opened up there for Mintu to have a hit. Yeah,
and he's already had a shot on his left boot, so I know it's his weaker foot, but could have had a shot there. Well, the pass, if you're going to pass it to Shankland, it is always going to be awkward as it was. It was better maybe for ball behind Sterling not to keep that in. Penrice was really overlapping on the left-hand side, so if he could have maybe, kind of the pass he played to Gassama, kind of fizzed it with his right boot out to Penrice, you had a lot of bodies in the box, didn't you? I know I've already said earlier about the two big defenders, but you'd expect him to be able to put one decent ball into the box. That's again, it's kind of final third, isn't it? Just lacking. And again, maybe that's Minsu. I don't know. I know he's already had a few shots, but maybe that confidence that I've had two shots, it hasn't worked. Let me play into my teammate. I don't want to take a third, and then it's kind of that. Oh, this guy shoots all the time. He's trying to get involved with his teammates. I'm not too sure, but yeah, he's relying on a bit of individual brilliance. But here come Rangers. Yeah,
and it's with Minsu as he's driving forward, finds Curtis on the edge of the box. He has a shot now, and it's been deflected. He'll go behind for a corner. Again, not bad there. It was good link-up play, Shankland and Minsu. Minsu's pass though. Again, it was just slightly backwards or sideways, wasn't it?
Yeah, you just need to, I think as you spoke about earlier, with the pass with Vintello when he was running through, you just want to put it in front of him so he can run on. So it's similar there. You want Mintu just to run it on so you can say to Curtis, right, take a touch and put it in, or maybe hit a first-time shot, maybe a surprise keeper or first-time cross. That's just been the problem, is that final ball so far.
What can they do from this corner? Well, they'll have to delay because the referee is just asking Makanye, the Rangers centre-back, and also Lewis Mayo, the Aberdeen centre-half, to just come over and have a word with them. I think it's any more of that. I can't really lip-read what he's saying. I can lip-read the last bit. No more. See what they can do with this corner kick there, Rangers. Fernandez is trying to jostle position. It's a good delivery in. Oh, and he tried to get it on the near post. It's been headed back in there. Bit of danger here. Eventually, Aberdeen managed to volley the ball clear up towards halfway. It's picked back up by Devlin, the last line of defence for them. He then sort of punts a ball forward into the box, but there's a free kick. The referee spotted in there. Guinness Walker on the floor. But Fernandez then, he's the one they're aiming for from those set pieces, and he nearly got on the end of it.
Well, as you said earlier, he's a big 6'6", so if anything, sometimes you want him to be the main target, but it must be a decoy sometimes, can't he? That you can almost even take 2 or 3 players away, that opens it up for someone else. But he's a big target, and I think that's been the problem for Aberdeen, is attacking them as well. Fernandez has been the first one there a few times, hasn't he? So, but yeah, that was a decent ball into the box. Aberdeen, I think, have just been a little bit troubling, trying to clear their lines, haven't they? They might deal with the first attempt, but then it's still bobbling around the area. So that's been their problem so far. But the game's opening up a little bit more. But maybe Aberdeen will think, right, Rangers, if they can open up and get a bit more confidence, we put it on a counter.
Yeah, Rangers do have possession inside. Oh, that's a poor ball by Devlin, though, as they have it back now. Aberdeen with Nisbet, then it falls to Olasanya, as does really well, though. Olasanya gets towards the byline. He's up against Makanya then. There's another Rangers player in Penrice who comes across. He gets a foot in, dispossesses Olasanya. Aberdeen, though, managed to get the loose ball. It's all a little bit scrappy now. The ball is toe-poked in field. Shankland then is dispossessed, and then there's a ball played down the right-hand side. Olasanya's caught late, and the referee's going to bring this back and give a free kick. That was scrappy, to say the least.
That's probably giving it some compliments as well, wasn't it? You could probably play some circus music over that, couldn't you? That was really powerful, just from everyone involved, whether you're in a blue or red jersey, I'm not too sure. Heavy touches, poor passes, loose touches. Yeah, really, really poor there. But look, I think Aberdeen won't. Again, Sandy did really well at first, and then he took 2 heavy touches, and then he took too long to decide. A few step overs, and then he had 3 Rangers players around him, so he couldn't do anything. But another free kick. I know I said about Fernandez has headed a few away, but every time they get a free kick, Aberdeen, you're thinking, what will Rangers do poorly at the back this time to maybe allow a chance?
Yeah, like you said, Fernandez has been good at heading the ball away, but he's not had much support with others around him. So if Aberdeen can maybe pull Fernandez away from the game in terms of his defensive marking, they might have a chance to get on the score sheet. 35 minutes gone. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Listen to unofficial off-tube studio commentary. What can Conor Ronan do with this delivery? And it's a decent looking one, but it's been volleyed away. Falls towards the edge of the area. Right foot shot comes in. It's taken a deflection and skewed horizontally. Now Rangers have a chance to counter themselves. Penrice then is taken down just before halfway. That will be one of the most blatant yellow cards you will see as the referee Matthew McDermott points it at the offending player, but it was a good little chance for a quick counter-attack there. But it's just a kick there from Chris Cadden, is it? Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I mean, he even gives a thumbs up to Penrice and says, you know exactly what I'm doing there. He would have done that in this situation. Yeah. It's a full-back on a full-back almost. And Penrice just got up and went, you've kind of done me there in the sense. You know exactly what they're doing. But now if you're Gassama, that's such a poor pass again. From Neil, he's not got really. At least Devlin's getting a few touches. Neil's not really got going in the middle. If I'm Gassama, I'm kind of demanding the ball and saying my fullback's on Neil a card. Let me run at him and have a go. That's what you want to put him under a bit of pressure. Yeah,
no, I would agree there. Do you think you look at sort of both sets of holding midfielders to say in these formations, 4-2-3-1. Aberdeen, Ronan is trying to do something sort of creatively, while Rangers, Neil, Devlin, there's just more responsibility on Devlin, it seems, to be that creative spot, but he's, all due respect to him, he's not really that type of player. As Daniel Happ has gone down there after a bit of a late challenge, and the yellow card has come out there for Finlay Curtis. See this one again, charges in, doesn't stop. Well, yellow card, I would say, harsh as a yellow card. I've seen a lot worse yellow cards.
Yeah, I do think the yellow's harsh. I think the referee's got a bit card happy in the last few minutes. The card for Caden was definitely yellow. I'm not saying that, but he's almost like put it away and then he's giving it back out for Curtis there, hasn't he? Yeah, he doesn't stop himself, but yellow cards are a little bit harsh there. Fernandez puts it right up into the air. Again, just both teams are looking void of a bit of confidence.
Great up and under that was. If it was the wrong sport, unfortunately, from Fernandez. As Aberdeen down the left-hand side, Guinness Walker with the low ball in is cleared away. It was a poor ball. He got himself into good position. He's got a second chance now, though. Guinness Walker gets out of his feet, delivers a good-looking ball. There is Nisbet, heads it up into the air. It's been flicked away by Penrice. Gassama then shows good strength to hold on to that, and he'll try and bring this one clear now. And he goes past 1, 2, 3 players. Gassama, he's still going over halfway. There's a 3-on-2 here for Rangers. Gassama still coming forward. Still slips it into Minsu now. Onto the left foot. Can he score? Oh, it's going to be just... Oh, what a defensive clearance that is. What a defensive clearance by Afiz Arimu there. Well, for all of the world, it looked like Shankland was going to tap that in from 2 yards out. What a run from Gassama. Lovely ball into Minsu. Does superbly, I thought, to get it onto the left foot. It just takes one touch too many there, does Minsu. But how on earth has Arimu got back there?
You're spot on about everything there, because it's one of them, isn't it? Shankland should have tapped that in, but that is heroic defending almost from the Aberdeen man, isn't it? But that's what we just said about Gassama. Caden couldn't bring him down because he had a yellow card, so he couldn't even get close to him. He put the leg out, then he pulled it away, didn't he? So Gassama took it past him, then it was too easily past Ronan, I think it was. He almost took it so easily past him. That's the pass we spoke about. He put it in front of Minsu, didn't he? And as you say, great touch on his right. If he takes it first time on his left, you're expecting it to be 1-0, but just great defending. Corner coming up.
Corner coming up there towards the near post. Oh, and it's saved well by the goalkeeper in Muller. It was Lawrence Shankland who got his head to it first, and just under a little bit of pressure here, Aberdeen now as Rangers get the ball back, and now Neil will come forward. It's opened up for him to have an effort, but straight over the goal and into the stands. But yeah, that was a better ball in from the corner. Shankland just got in front of his marker. It's a smart save by Marius Muller.
It is. It's what you'd expect him to make, but at the same time, it was good foot, wasn't it, from Shankland? Again, we spoke, he's a good header of the ball. maybe just because it was the near post, could he maybe flicked it into the back post to create a better chance for someone? I mean, it forced a save at the goalkeeper, so I don't want to be too harsh on him, but I mean, again, just going back to that chance for Rangers, if you're Derek McInnes, you go, again, get it to Gassama, let him go past a few. But just go back to it was that pass into Minto, like I say, that's the first time we've seen someone play a good final pass into someone, and it nearly created a chance there. I think Rangers will take a lot of confidence and maybe some momentum to end the half from that chance.
Yeah, there's the coming together there between Connor Onan and James Penrice, but free kick's been awarded towards the Gers. As we saw shots of both managers on the sidelines there, barking out orders. Stephen Robinson, the Aberdeen boss, pointing to his eye. I think he wanted his goalkeeper Buller maybe to have taken the goal kick quicker, as there's someone who made a run at field. But Rangers now coming forward. Less than 5 minutes of normal time to go, plus additional in this first half. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Although it's goalless, it's been a very entertaining watch now as the Dons come forward. That's a poor ball though, easily intercepted by Fernandes, who then finds the ball towards his left-hand side where they can try and come forward now with Gassama as he nudged over from behind. Well, no, says the referee, it's a fair challenge, and now Aberdeen have an opportunity to come forward. It's with Olasanya now. Oh, he sort of treads on the ball, eventually finds a little bit of support now when Cadden tries to put the ball in, deflects back to Olasanya, edge of the area now, maybe a chance for a shot, but it's a lovely little diagonal ball out to the left. Guinness Walker, he delivers it back in, Nisbet with the header, and it's just going to be plucked out of the air by Panda in the nick of time. Just couldn't quite get the power on it, got the direction but not the power.
I will say the pick out from Afiza on the left hand side is lovely. That ball in from Guinness Walker, it's just a little bit overhit, isn't it? Or if maybe it's more fizzed in, Nisbet's just reaching it for a little bit, because if that's a bit more again on the money, a little bit more, again it's a good ball but a bit more floated, if you get a bit more pace on that, I think Nisbet's making it 1-0 there. Alessandro, it's once again, someone does a good thing and then he gets it caught under his feet. He did so well to win the ball off Gassama, and then he's driving forward and just takes his eyes off the ball, doesn't he? And lets it get caught up in his feet, and the chance goes. You do just feel that all the Rangers yet over the last 5 minutes or so have really had some good chances, just still so shaky at the back and can concede whenever Aberdeen come forward.
Yeah, just a little bit more quality from Aberdeen in those positions. Olasanya had about 3 things going through his head there of what he wanted to do: run with it, pass it, switch the ball, and yeah, treads on it in the end as a shot comes in from distance here from Curtis, who found himself on this left-hand side as he drifted in field, but he's hit it from a good 30 yards, and he's hit it a good 10 yards over the bar there as we are edging closer towards the half-time whistle. Just under 3 minutes of normal time to go as Muller will look up. It's quite the outfit there with the face mask and then the big beard as well. He looks very very Icelandic, very Viking, I think he does there. His long ball upfield now is bouncing around on the halfway line as eventually it's knocked forward. Is there a late challenge here? I think there is. I think it's going to be another yellow card. It's Dan Neal who has just been caught, and it's Connor Onan who has gone in the books. He replays it now. It did seem like a bit of a wild... Well, actually, he goes to kick it, but then tries to stop. He does stop his foot from following through.
Again, I could 100% see you saying that's a foul, because he does nick him, doesn't he? But as you say, pulls away. Very similar to the Curtis one. I think that's really harsh. Yeah. Yellow cards. But if I'm Ronan, who's a combative midfielder, I'm looking at going, referee, that's a really harsh one.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think Daniel, former Sunderland man, makes the most of it as Penrice plays a ball forward, looking to go over the top, and it's not the most comfortable defending from Cadden, but Aberdeen do sort of half clear the lines. Then that's a heavy challenge that comes in. The referee is happy with that one. No, he's not. He's now pulled it back, and there's another yellow card that's been given out. This is Afiz Rimu, who has gone in the book. That's both centre midfielders now, a yellow carded. See it again. It looked heavy. Devlin went down, making the most of it. I've only seen one angle of the replay there, but yeah, like you said, the referee has got a bit card happy in the last 5 or 10 minutes. That's Hap, Cadden, Ronan and Arimu, all yellow carded for the home side, and it's Curtis who's in the book for Rangers. What it is a free kick opportunity for the Gers. It's bang central, around 25-ish, maybe just over yards away.
I wonder if I might go for an effort at goalie, because it's an awkward angle, isn't it? As you say, quite centrally, so and it's a little bit too close to really get a ball into the box. Maybe a bit too far.
Oh,
it's a lot further out than we were very deceived there, weren't we? So they do take it short.
They do take it short. Then they try to play it in, overhit, behind for a goal kick.
Just really poor delivery.
Yeah, we'll move on quickly from that. From Rangers, not good enough at all. I swear Devlin was brought down a lot closer to goal than what was a good 35 plus yards out there. But anyway, we're getting closer towards finding out how many minutes of additional time we have. I would say it's probably 2 minutes with the yellow cards that we've had in the stoppages. There's a long ball downfield by Muller out towards this right-hand side. The header's won by Olasanya, nods it forward, and now it's found Nisbet. He then volleys it forward. He's looking for the run of Yogan. It's been well intercepted by Sterling. Not the greatest clearance away, though. Rather sliced it. It's been kept in play, though, well by Curtis. But then, I thought he was going to lose it. He's going bailed out by his teammate. And then as the referee, I think he's just blown for half-time, actually. No minutes of additional time. There you have it. And at the break, then, it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0.
Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kicking delivery from Rowan, and Happ at the back sticks just put it over the bar. Nisbet with a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shanklin nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. And it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivery from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisala passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shanklin nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri. And it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kicking delivery from Rowan, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shanklin nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kicking delivery from Road, and Happ at the back sticks just put it over the bar. With a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shanklin nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kicking delivery from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. With a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shanklin nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Free kicking delivery from Rowan, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. He's taken a few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. Headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. He's been a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. Headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. There's been a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road, and Hap at the back sticks just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a the few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back sticks just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back sticks just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper. Cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back sticks just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. A good free kick delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kick in delivered from Road, and Happ at the back stick just put it over the bar. He's been with a few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers created a great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just like a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road and Hammer back six, just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road and Hammer back stick, just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the time as well. Rangers great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road and Hap at the back sticks, just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of quality in the end from both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance around 60 seconds in. Good free kicking delivered from Road and Hap at the back sticks, just put it over the bar. A few headers wide of the target as well. Rangers great chance. Gisama passed a few. New signing Minsu was saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line nearly. Shankland nodded it in. 0-0 at half-time. Half-time at Piedrodri, and it is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Fantastic first half, just lacking a bit of... Well, it is a warm welcome back to this afternoon's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary on the action from Piedrodri as Aberdeen take on Rangers. Currently goalless between the two sides. Very entertaining first half. A lot of half to close to clear-cut chances. Opportunities for both sides. Aberdeen had a great chance about 60 seconds in from a lovely run and delivery from a free kick. Hap got on the end of it. His strike was just wide of the target. Great chance for Rangers on a counter-attack late on in the first half. Gisama took it, he flew for about halfway inside his own half, past two or three players, played a lovely ball to Minsu, making his debut for Rangers. He stood out for me, took a touch on his right boot, his strike was deflected and Shankland was going to tap it home if not for heroic defending from Afiz. But Aberdeen early on here do have a corner on the right-hand side. They're going from right to left in this second half, in all red, left to right for Rangers in the blue, so it will be from the far side, floated, out-swinging type delivery. Kept alive on the edge of the area, opportunity here, can he bring it down on Alessandro, edge on the striker of the area, just dragged wide there, opportunity goes wide there. I believe that was the man who's only just come on, Stuart Armstrong, one change at half-time, he goes onto the field, Tony Gann is off, so 7 off, 17 on, nearly an early opportunity once again there for Aberdeen, but that first half had a lot of half opportunities, some really good open play, just no real final delivery. As I said, when they did find some final delivery, it was great play from Minsu, but heroic defending from Afiz. So quickly, Muller's in goal for Aberdeen. A lot of yellow cards in the first half were issued out. Cadden is yellow carded, Mayo Happy is yellow carded, Guinness Walker as a back four. The two holders, Ronan and Afiz, are on yellows. Alessandro off the right, and Tello, and now Armstrong seemingly off the left, with skipper Nisbet leading the line. Whereas Rangers, Pandir in goal, back four of Sterling, Fernandez, McCannia and Penrice, with Neil and Devlin in the middle. Only one yellow card for the Gears, Curtis on that right hand side on one. Minsu centrally, Gisama off the left, and Shankland the skipper leads the line. Rangers just with a bit of possession. No changes for them, as I say. Whereas just the one for the host, so it should be interesting to see how we go in the second half. It's myself, Lewis Rafter, and joined by James Mason, take you through all the action this afternoon. And James, I thought it was a really lively, fun the first 45 minutes. No goals as of yet. Again, as I said, I just think maybe missing the final ball for both sides, but if that comes, we could see goals in abundance maybe in the second half.
Yeah, potentially. I definitely think both sides have looked a little shaky at the back. There's been frailties there, and both sides have lacked that killer pass or just that little bit of a finish really when they get into some decent positions. But I think Stuart Armstrong coming on, he's got plenty of experience. He is someone who was good from set piece situations, so he could be a potential difference maker for Aberdeen. Rangers, they've got plenty of players on the bench. They've opted against making any alterations at the break, but I think Derek McInnes will probably give them 10-15 minutes for the second half, and if he's not seen enough, then he will be making some changes.
Corner coming up here for the visitors. Penrice with the in-swinging delivery. Floats a decent one in. Battle for it. Edge of the area. Gassama slices one into the surface. Into Muller's hands. He's going to go quick down the left-hand side, and Tello's in a foot race with Devlin. Looks like he's going to get there first. Devlin challenges him. A first touch from Intello. Is he taken down there? Referee, well, that's an early yellow card, so add to that for Devlin. That's 2 for Rangers now. He's at 4, I do believe, for Aberdeen. So we've got 6 yellow cards already, and by how, I will say, how card-happy the ref was in the first half, I think we'll see more.
Yes, I do. I mean, potentially you could see a red card being brandished in this game. I'll tell you what, from Devlin, though, it's just so stupid. But then he waggles his finger at the referee to say, no, no, no. He's had no desire to win the ball there. But all he's got to do is just go with him, just jockey him down the line. He's running into the corner as the Aberdeen forward, so just go with him. But it's just so rash from him, and it's given Aberdeen a chance with this free kick.
It was a heavy touch as well, so you could have just kind of jockeyed him, as you would say. It would have gone out for a goal kick. This is now very similar to a corner on that left-hand side. In-swinger from Ronan. Once again, another poor delivery. I will say to Ronan, I'd say that's the first one that's been poor from him. And I think I'm giving a bit of grief here because we're just seeing a lot of poor deliveries from me as a whole. Ronan's actually put some good ones in there. But you just feel there's this momentum building. You've got a free kick. Oh, yellow card. Oh, we've got a really good opportunity to create a chance. Well overhit. Just kind of takes the breath and momentum out of you a little bit.
Just trying to go with pace and dip. Oh, they've given it away here, Rangers.
Now they're coming forward. Miscommunication. Intello and Armstrong. Intello took the touch. They both kind of went, you're going to take it away. And once again, I know Armstrong's only just come on, but you just want one of them. You'd rather both of them take it because then there's an opportunity. But once again, a sloppy mistake. Poor chest down there from Shanklin. There might be another chance here coming up. Big tackle coming in there from Devlin. Still coming away with the ball. This bit on the edge of the area. Turns, goes for a strike. It's going to be blocked away. Penrice hooks it away. I thought Pander might have come out and grabbed that. But I said this multiple times first half. Just all over the shop, really, at the back of Rangers.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Just sloppy passes, defenders trying to run it out when there's no out ball for them, and then trying a sort of no-look horizontal pass. You think, what on earth are you doing? I mean, all you would say for this, if you're a Celtic or a Hearts or someone like that watching this, you think, I'm not that worried about these two teams, really.
No, that's been the problem. Now, this is a man who's had a good first half for Gassama, driving forward, takes it past Mayo into the penalty area, cuts back, and he finds a ball into the box. Shanklin with a strike, blocked well away, and then cleared well. That was a really good play from Mayo, just clears it off of Gassama. Can imagine he wanted it just anywhere other than his own penalty area, but will win the free kick. Because of the yellow card to Caden on that the right side of the defence for Aberdeen, the left-hand side, Gassama's really livened up because he's getting a lot of room, isn't he, to run with his players. You said in the first half, they're almost kind of relying on a little bit of individual brilliance. Gassama has that. I think Shanklin could be doing a lot better with that strike into the box.
Yeah, I do. It's kind of slightly behind him, isn't it? He's got to take it first time. Really, he should probably just let it go through his legs, and he's got a teammate behind him as Armstrong comes forward.
Ball forward to the left-hand side. Olisanu, few step-overs, well defended by Sterling. Strong defending, hasn't cleared his lines though. Still in the penalty area once again. Devlin, well, he lumps it long, and actually there's going to be a bit of space here. Shanklin picks it up down the right-hand side. Credit to Aberdeen, they've got bodies back, but Shanklin's only going back himself, and well, almost hit a reset button. But once again, Devlin there, he does well at first, and then himself, and I want to say it's his midfield partner Neil, want to boot it away, and they both go to boot it, pull back because they're thinking you're going to do it. Then Devlin kind of does just kind of take a bit of control and charge, and clears it long. Here come Rangers down the left. Penrice, really open start to the second half. Is his one into the box? Shanklin wants a penalty. Very much looking for that one, more of a push and pull with himself and have both arms all over each other as per usual. Poor pass from Cadden there. Neil coming forward, Fizzes it to the right-hand side to Curtis. A few step-overs, tries to take it past his man. Well defended from Guinness Walker there. It's one of them, you know exactly where it's going. Shanklin wants a penalty. Okay, I will say maybe that Hap has more hands all over Shanklin, but they are kind of both all over each other.
Yeah, I think it's 6 and 2 threes there, and Shanklin tried to make the most of it, but the referee VAR not giving anything for that, which is good to see. You want a little bit of physicality still in this game. Yeah, I think Rangers, it's the momentum's kind of switching, isn't it? I think Gassama is the most likely to make anything happen for Rangers, but how long can he last? He doesn't have that much amount of energy left.
Well, I agree with that, Penrice, with the in-swinger. It's something the referee doesn't like because whistle has been blown before it comes in. Looks like it's Mayo and McCania who the officials having a few words with.
Well, he spoke to these two in the first half. It's obviously not sunk in.
Whatever he said, they've just in one ear, out the other, quite clearly. Our cameras are keeping a bit of focus on them before the cross comes in. Very similar, both hands grabbing each other. Another in-swinger into the front post, looking for Shanklin. He was had that headed effort in the first half from an in-swinger. Going up for a header there, Devlin is fouled. Another yellow card, can you believe it? Olasanya, I believe, there, going up for the header with Devlin. Watching it back, both have got eyes on the ball. Maybe he puts his elbow in a little bit, but I also do think as well, because Olasanya is a bigger player, it looks a bit worse. But okay, on the replay, we'll say maybe he does keep the elbow in a little bit.
It's just the arm is outstretched, isn't it? If he keeps his arm down there, sort of jumps with the arms down, then he'll get to it anyway ahead of Devlin. He's the taller player. He's got more spring in his step. Didn't really need to sort of lean in there. Devlin makes the most of it. Does get a bit of a whack, but you know, it's silly really from Olasanya. I mean, the eyes were only on the ball, but if you put your arm out like that, it's outstretched. You're giving the referee a question to answer if the opposing player goes down, which Devlin did.
So now that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 yellow cards. So 5 for Aberdeen, 2 for Rangers so far. Well, we said after Devlin got a yellow card, there will be much more. That's an extra one on top of it. Opportunity. Minzu looks like he's going to line up and go for goal. He does, and forces a great save from Muller there. One I would expect him to do, but at the same time, great play from Minsu. Him and Gassama are the players for me for Rangers who could do something. Yeah, no, it's a good hit there from Minsu. It's not right in the corner, and he's going keeper's side there. So if you go keeper's side, you've got to get it right in that corner. But it's a good hit. It's forced the save, and at least it's a bit of positivity from Rangers. And again, you wonder how long Minsu's going to last here. Is he going to be given the full 90? With how he's playing, you'd say yes. You'd want to keep him on the field. He's spot on with that. Curtis with the outswing. It's a decent delivery, but well defended. Mayo heads it away. Minsu back to Curtis on that right hand side. That's a good delivery. Cleared away only as far as Gassama on the left hand side of the penalty area. Heavy touch, goes for a strike. Blocked away, but off of who? What's the referee said? I believe he's given a goal kick. Aberdeen reacted furious at this from first, and then the referee, I believe, has pointed for a goal kick. Gassama's strike must have come off perhaps the Fernandez. Yeah, it's off of his own defender, unfortunately there. But for example, for Minsu, just quickly jump back to the free kick, Gassama had one in the first half, much closer, and it was tepid into the wall, wasn't it? At least that one, again, just test the goalkeeper. He created a corner, he kept the attack going at least. Yeah, no, it did. I think he's played well. Minsu, you know, his debut, it's it's a different league for him to get used to, but he's doing well. He's on the ball now, and he's just got a bit of composure about him, hasn't he? He really fizzes the passes into the teammates as well, which I do like. Not always, sometimes, you just need a softer one, but, he really wraps them into the feet, and I like that about his play. Yeah, there was that one that, it was good, it was a lovely touch from Gassama, but as you said, he kind of fizzed it with his laces out to him, didn't he? And look, a lot of players might have let that run, might have taken a heavy touch, and it's one of them, I think the touch from Gassama makes it look a nicer pass than what it is. Ball given away to Afiz, who then gives it away to Penrice. Really, again, it's been the story of the game. In the middle of the park, both the double pivots, Ronan and Afiz, Neil and Devlin, have really struggled to keep a hold of the ball. You said in the first half, and it's the best word to use, scrappy. It's scrappy right now, but it's kind of giving compliments to the word scrappy, I'd say. No one keep the ball at the moment, back forth. You have a touch, I have a touch, I'll give it to you, you'll give it to me. Aberdeen back with the two central defenders. Hap will look to switch the play from left to right. Foot races on. Penrice will get there, but has to deal with it. Entello will close down Pandeur, dinks it over the defender, on-rushing attacker, and gives away a corner. Again, I feel that this game, to me, is someone's going to make a mistake. It's just can the opposition pounce on it, for example, scoring from this corner.
That's just dreadful. Really, really poor. Find the back pass towards Panda, but just get rid of it. Assess the situation and just clear it upfield and start again. But this sort of process of trying to keep hold of the ball, we have to play it out from the back. No, you don't. Look at the situation. You're under pressure. Just get rid of it. And now you've given the opposition a chance from a corner kick.
And they've been ever so dangerous from set pieces. I feel that unless it's on the head of Fernandez, it's going to be on the head of an Aberdeen player. If he's the one not defending it for Rangers, no one else is. It's an outswinger to the back sticks. Was that last off of Hap? Once again, Aberdeen want a corner, Rangers want a goal kick. I believe it was last off a Rangers man. At least that's how they're setting up for another corner. Being off the head of McCann. It will be on the other side, so it will be an in-swinger from Armstrong, one of the players who came on at half-time. The only changes, as you said, we're closing in on the hour mark. That might be where Rangers are going, right, no, we'll make some changes. We'll bring some fresh legs on. And it will be the... He's only been on the field for 15 minutes to take the in-swing. It's a decent one into the back sticks. It was a little bit on it, but considering no one jumped, I would say if I'm Armstrong, well, someone's kind of got to commit, make a run, do something about that, because he's a little bit off it. But I also feel if someone makes a run to the back post or leaps up, they could have maybe got the end of it.
Yeah, I think everyone's made the sort of similar run. Everyone's gone towards the ball there, and you think, well, maybe one of you just pull away. If there's three of you in the same space, just one drop back, one go at the front post. It was all a little bit too enclosed there from all of the players. It wasn't the worst ball from Armstrong, wasn't the best, but you've seen worse deliveries end up in the back of the net.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, it's just that commitment, isn't it? As you say, instead of putting all the bodies here, well, if someone can see it, oh, that's going to go well overhead, you'd have been free at the back post, but even just to put it back into a good area. Looking at action areas and the thirds of the field, 42% in the Rangers first third, 39% in the middle, 19% in Aberdeen. So that's just showing that Rangers are coming forward, but Aberdeen may be having that momentum tilt, if you will. Minsu out to the left-hand side. Penrice trying to swing the ball into the box and puts it through the legs of his fullback. It's a decent ball in, but blocked off the back there of Mayo and out for a throw-in. Just over an hour played here. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from Pittodrie this afternoon. Looking for an opener. Disarmer, left-hand side, tricky so far. And then he brings down his man, so very frustrating, I'd have to say there. It's a free kick won by the full-back. Wait to see if anything goes over with Derek McInnes. Well, that's where the camera does pan now. There doesn't seem to be anyone warming up, I will say, or at least anyone who is ready and raring to come on. Of course, later this afternoon, packed slate in the Premier League. 3 games to catch on the service at 2 o'clock. Chelsea, Brighton, Leeds, Brentford and Sunderland, Fulham. And at 4:30, Manchester United against Ipswich at Old Trafford. The Red Devils, after that poor defeat, mauled by the Tigers, as some would say, last week, looking for a rebound against the Tractor Boys. So catch that on the service at 4:30. But here it's Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Just really waiting. As I said, I think maybe it'll be a mistake that someone pounces upon. There's been a lot of them, if I'm honest, in this game so far, and no one has pounced upon it. And Tello trying to win it in the middle. Great play from Minsu. Tries to play outside of the right boot, looking for the ball. And just missing that final ball at the moment out of both of these sides for me. And maybe it could be some fresh legs. And it could be the game opens up as we get on fresh legs, and maybe a sub comes on and does change the game. Muller picks it up and throws it out to the left-hand side to one of many yellow-carded players in Hap. Guinness Walker, he's had a good game at left-back, if I'm being honest. He's been very bright, very positive on that left-hand side, defended well, supported his winger as well. He's a bit physical on Fernandez. I thought that was just a good shoulder-to-shoulder, and Fernandez went down looking almost for said free kick. Looks like there is going to be a substitution. Yes, there will be. Aberdeen, looks like it's just going to be the one change for now. Who is coming on. It isn't Tello who will be coming off, and number 11 Lewis Smith will be on in his place. Just the one change. So Aberdeen have made 2 out of their 5 changes. Still have 2 blocks left, of course, because they made a 1 change at half time. So 2 blocks left and 3 changes to make, whereas Derek McInnes' side, 5 changes all to make, and of course all 3 blocks. So Intello off and Smith on for the host. Maybe that could be something that, again, just a bit of space opens up, and someone who's been watching from the sidelines and probably sitting there going, well, I could have done better with that. That's the opportunity for Lewis Smith, can play anywhere across the front line. The summer signing from Livingston, he's already got a goal so far in the League Cup, looking for his first league goal. Ball over the top, Olisanu battling away with Sterling. It's poor from the winger, just pulls Sterling by his arm, gives away a free kick. He would have been, not away, but the ball would definitely have fallen for him. Just another mistake, really poor from the Aberdeen winger. Looks to be that he's gone off the right hand side, has Smith for the moment, so no real change in formation or tactics. Well, that's a lovely back heel from Minsu Neal. Now there's a bit of space for Rangers to drive forward into to the left hand side, back to Minsu. Can he create something here on the left? He needs some support, and it's well defended. Aberdeen 3 against 1 favoured for him. Ball up for Nisbet, he's holding the play up well. Devlin brings his man down. That's not a yellow card, but because he's on a yellow card, you've now got to think, got to be careful, because the next one could be a yellow card. Foul comes in there for Sterling. I wonder if that will be a yellow card. Yes, it will. The 8th of the game. Might even push into double digits here.
Yeah, I think the referee has made a rod for his own back earlier in the game with some of the fouls that he gave yellow cards for. That one isn't. I don't really think Olisanyu's going anywhere really, and with great momentum. He's sort of running across the halfway line, but free kick's given, yellow card is given, and yeah, Sterling's got to watch out now. I think neither side have really attacked the full-backs that have been booked, so Cadden for Aberdeen and Sterling now for Rangers. They've not really gone at them. We'll see if Aberdeen sort of bring the ball down this left side a little bit more, but it always tends to happen when a full-back gets booked and then they don't continue to go at him.
Like I said earlier, if I was Gassama, I don't want to be demanding the ball, because I'd go, my full-back's on a yellow card. Good play by Smith. Swings one into the box. McCann will clear it, and it is well up in the air. But he sliced that. That could have ended up in the back of his own net if he wasn't more careful.
That's lucky. He doesn't really know much about that one. It's a wild swipe with the left foot. I think that's the swinger. I think he's a right-footed player, is McCann. That's his favoured foot, the right one anyway. But yeah, just did not look comfortable trying to clear that one away with the left peg.
One-star weak foot right there from McCann, I'm sure. So corner from the far side. Outswinger coming up from Armstrong. The delivery right into the 6-yard box. Once again, Fernandez is there. Good leap. Rangers haven't dealt with it. Blocked away. Still bobbling around in the penalty area. Aberdeen have an opportunity. Strike comes in. Nisbet's there. They clear it off the line. Striker comes well wide. What an opportunity for Aberdeen. I think the flag has gone up possibly for a foul, maybe an offside, or you might have been off after that header came back in. Just watching it now again, just no one wanted to deal with it, no one wanted to. Yeah, it's Olisanu is offside, so even if it would have come to something, the line from the flag was up, and a VAR would have got involved. Wild swing, I want to say it was Hap there, so again it won't count as a strike, but my word was it a wild one there. Again, it was good defending from Fernandez, because again, as I said, unless it's him defending it, no one in a blue jersey is, but he's defending a lot of them. From Aberdeen, I go, well, if I can make sure he doesn't get involved, we will probably win that header. But then he doesn't then clear his lines on the second one. So it's, again, I want to say, great defending from Fernandez, and then you do something poor. There's no consistency right now. No one's gaining momentum.
Yeah, that's the issue, and it's just no one taking control at the back, is there, just to clear the lines or just take responsibility as Rangers now come forward down the right.
Sterling, ball into the box, not a bad one. Mayo, it's a poor clearance. Gassama still going, is he brought down? Yes, he is. Referee points to the penalty spot. Wasn't a great ball into the box from Sterling, but an even poorer clearance from Mayo. And his centre-back partner brings down Gassama. We said Gassama's been lively throughout this game. And he just, actually, Hap just lets it run through his legs as well. Gassama's caught there. It's a definite penalty. And if he wasn't already on a yellow card, definitely would have been, with definitely how the referee has been. And this is a big opportunity. I assume Shanklin is the man who will take this, and it's a big chance to take the lead now for Rangers.
Yeah, it's a huge chance, and it's a defensive error. We said an opportunity will most likely come from an error at the back, and that is what it is for Daniel Happ, and it's 2 from him in close proximity there. 1 to let it go through his legs, just control it and get it away quickly. Or if you control it and you're knocked over from behind, you'll win a free kick. But it's poor from him to let that go through his legs, and the second to lunge in with that tackle.
Well, Muller's got that mask on, superhero-esque. Could be a superhero save. It is Shanklin who will take the skipper. Can he give Rangers the lead in such a tight game here between the two sides? Gisama and it's Cadden who are having a push and shove. Cadden stood in front of Gisama. Gisama keeps pushing him into the box. Again, it's absolutely nothing. If I'm Shanklin, I'm looking at Gisama going, you're just putting even more pressure on me. There's more time, there's more build-up for this. He's picked the ball back up and he's going to put it back down. So it looks like we are ready to have an opportunity here for the penalty kick to be taken. Shanklin very good from penalties usually. So will there be the skipper to take? Shanklin steps up and he slots it in the top corner, sends Muller the wrong way. It is an outstanding penalty. It's his first goal in the league for Rangers. He scored in one of the Europa League qualifiers. That is an outstanding penalty from Shanklin. 68 minutes on the clock. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1.
That's a proper penalty. That is brilliant from Shanklin. It's not sort of dinking it down the middle. It's not a stuttering run up. It is just put your foot through it, and he's found the top right corner. Absolutely nothing that Marius Muller could have done. I think even if he went the right way, he didn't. He goes the other way. But yeah, Shanklin dispatches that one with aplomb. You see replays from the back of the goal. Yeah, it's just really nice. It's just sort of inside of the right foot, just curled into the top right corner. It was really, really good. I still wouldn't put Aberdeen out of this. 1-0 down, still just over 20 minutes to go. But they need to have an improvement in that final third. They need to maybe make a few subs and get some fresh legs on.
I wonder if Rangers might do now. They're 1-0 up and, well, Shanklin's done the business for him. As I say, first Premiership goal this season, first Premiership goal for Rangers since moving in the summer. And it's one of them as well. We spoke about how poor Rangers have been this season since McInnes has come in to be the first league win as it stands. As we rightfully say, we're just about to be halfway through this second half. But this could be something that you do look back upon. Poor in Europe, knocked out of the Europa League, knocked out of the Conference League. You come to Pittodrie, everything's against you. It's a fresh Aberdeen squad. You win here. It could be a bit of a turning of the tide, maybe, when you look back at it if McInnes is successful at Ibrox. Yeah,
it could be one of those moments you look at, but I still think there's a lot of improvement needed from Rangers if they're going to mount a serious title challenge. Again, you would expect them to be in, and it's no disrespect to the Scottish Premiership, but the level of some of the other teams they'll be, because Aberdeen are one of the top teams to say that, again, don't usually challenge for the title, Aberdeen, but they're someone who puts a bit of pressure on the two Glasgow Giants. But up against some of the other sides, the lower teams in the division, you'd expect Rangers probably would have enough to beat them, but they still need to improve.
Yeah, they do, and again, there is a good amount of the game left. I mean, as well, Aberdeen will push bodies forward, won't they? Let's be quite fair, so I won't pull it out them getting a goal back, maybe even pushing for a winner. But this would be an important, at least, first league win for Derek McInnes as it stands. It could be an important result as well for the coming week. 71 minutes we're about to take over into unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. For all the action, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1. Shanklin's penalty a few moments ago, giving Derek McInnes' side the lead. They're going to make a change now. Penrice is the man who's coming off. Just waiting for full confirmation. Is it going to be a double change? Is it just going to be one? It's going to be Nedeljkovic who's coming on to, I assume, play at left back. Minsu as well. It is going to be a double change. He might be coming off just because he was on debut, of course. Yes, he is. That's Yokota who's coming on. It will be. So Kim and Penrice off. Nedeljkovic and Yokota are on. So a double change there for Rangers. But let's say halfway through the second half, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1. And I'll pass you over to James to take us through to full time.
Yeah, I think Minsu has done well on his debut for Rangers. I think that's a bright spark that they can take out of this game. Of course, at the minute, they'll be taking 3 points from it as well, as they lead Aberdeen by a goal to nil at Pittodrie, but still a long way to go. And you'd still believe that the Dons can maybe fashion one opportunity for themselves to get back into this game. But yeah, Nedeljkovic on and Yokota, the two substitutes there, as Lewis confirmed, as Guinness Walker has possession. Little 1-2 as he gets it back from Aremu. Tries to play ball down the line as Guinness Walker, and Olasanya is given chase, and wow, Olasanya's judged to have given away a free kick there, which again, the referee's been very picky at times with just not allowing physicality in the game. Let's have a look at this once more. Trying to jockey it out there was Nedeljkovic, I think it was. I guess there's horrible challenge where any little bit of contact and the defender falls over and the referee gives the free kick. As Guinness Walker then just hooks his left foot at this one and clears it up towards halfway. Olasanya wins the header, but it's straight towards a blue shirt. And Rangers, well, they've just got to try and control this game now. Aberdeen are going to have to push a little bit more and leave a few more gaps at the back, and that's where Rangers will hope to use the quality that they do have.
100%, and as well, if you're Rangers, I mean, you've got to be careful. Devlin, Sterling and Kirk's on the other cards. If you're Aberdeen, you've got to be very, very careful because they've got a bunch more, haven't they? So, I think as you said about a red card coming, I couldn't see a straight one back, I couldn't see a second yellow for many. Hap on a yellow card, gave away the penalty. You've got to say to a degree the next one that's late or mistimed, it's got to be really a second yellow, maybe to a degree. At least how the referee's officiating the game, I'm not saying it's got to be. So you said it, he really made a problem for himself with the first few because he set that standard now, hasn't he? Very similar to, I don't know who officiated the Newcastle-Liverpool game last weekend, but seemed every single foul was a yellow card, wasn't it? But here come Aberdeen.
Yeah, down the right-hand side, and maybe an opportunity to get to the byline. Cross is dug out. It's stayed in as well as it swings towards Guinness Walker. Olasanya tries to bring it down. However, a little voice in the ear said that ball did go behind. So goal kick it will be to Rangers. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the Liverpool-Newcastle referee, but he seemed to book players that don't usually go in the book. There was Jacob Murphy, I think, went in the book. Lewis Miley potentially went in the book as well. He was setting his stall out as changes made here for Aberdeen. Conor Ronan, his work for the afternoon is done. It's going to be the number 9 in Ayub Mula who will come onto the field of play. So an attacking change made. They have to go for this one now, Aberdeen. It has been a good start to the season for them in all competitions. 6 wins out of 7 coming into this with just the 1 defeat. That was in the Scottish Premiership. Obviously some of those victories were in the Scottish League Cup in the group phase, so against lower level opposition, but they were building confidence and momentum. This would be a blow for them. As a long ball downfield, they're looking for Shankland. He's wrestled off it fairly by Lewis Mayo. Now it's with Cadden down the right, plays the ball forward and trying to find a teammate there, and Lewis Smith does well, flicks it forward to Nisbet. His ball forward has just been knocked out of play by the Rangers defender in Makanya. It will be a throw to the Dons. It's just over midway through the right hand, through Rangers' half, excuse me. It's going to be Cadden to take the throw. He's looking for a few options and no one's really making much movement for him. Armstrong's in a boatload of space if he throws it further in field, but he just goes towards Arimu now. Look, a bit of a foul throw there, but gets away with it. Little 1-2 now. Cadden then pokes it down the line, looking for his teammate in Malou's just come on. It'll be a Rangers throw though, as it's good work done down that left-hand side. Less than 15 minutes of normal time to go. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1. Well, camera's just showing us a replay of the Smith's cross that he put in about 5 minutes ago. Why it's now being replayed, I don't know. It didn't come to anything, but it wasn't out of play. It should have stood really and have been allowed to continue as Rangers just hacked their lines clear out towards the right hand side. It'll be throw to Aberdeen again, but that couldn't have. It wasn't even close to being out, that ball.
No, very much, and it was really good play down the right hand side. As you said, I don't know if the referee was given some advice because the linesman, because his flag did stay down until it was very much. It wasn't that the ball came in and you saw the flag go straight up and you go, oh, he's made that decision, he might be wrong. He definitely was thinking about it, at least, wasn't he? So, I mean, I will say, I think Aberdeen have responded well since going down. Rangers barely even had a touch in the game. I know they haven't created a chance, Aberdeen, but Rangers, again, you just feel that they will make a mistake and will be the own worst enemy. Here they come, though, with Gassama, he's brought down. Will that be a yellow card? Yes, it will. Is that 9 now? I want to say it's 9.
Well, that's Lewis Mayo who's in the book. That is nearly all of Aberdeen's backlines. 3 of the 4 have been yellow carded. Cadden, Mayo, Hap. Ronan and Areem are both booked. Olasanya made 6 for Aberdeen, and then adding the 3 for Rangers, and that's 9. We're almost in double digits. Mayo's second yellow of the campaign. But yeah, if Guinness Walker gets booked, that's the defensive 6 for Aberdeen of all being cautious today. There's a long ball downfield by Rangers. It's been one in the air. Well, that should be a free kick there. Cadden, that bounced up and hit his arm, but nothing given. And now giving chase is the Moroccan Malou down that right-hand side. Does really well there, the number 9. Makanya is doing the best as he can to win it back, which he does, but he's penned into his own corner flag. Does really well, though, but they give it away here, Rangers, and maybe a chance for Aberdeen. Right-hand side of the penalty area. Smith goes into the box as he brought down. Well, the referee's actually given a free kick here to Rangers. I don't know what for, but it's a free kick to Rangers.
Watching it back, I thought he's reaching for it. I can see why, but it's one of them, isn't it, that you do just look at it and go, you can see a mile off that Curtis is looking for that. He's looking that, oh, if I get there first, he's going to clip me and I'm going to go down. I don't blame him. But, yeah, a lot of fouls. Just looking, the official Matthew McDermott, averages just under 4 yellow cards a game. He's more than doubled his averages. I know it can change, but he's not a card-happy referee then, is he, to a degree? But, yeah, a lot shown this afternoon. Again, it's just, for example, was it Ronan when he caught Neil on the knee, but he pulled it back? That's not really a yellow card, is it? And it's, for example, Sterling when he cut off Olisanu for that yellow. That isn't a yellow card, but then it's because of the others he's given, hasn't it, where you have to get the card out there. Haps just brought his man down there. He's on a yellow card, gave away the penalty, that one as well. It's just one of them, isn't it, where if you want consistency, he's probably looking to still be on the pitch after that one, really.
Yeah, and again, it's not a yellow, but like you said, with what's being given as yellows in this game, he's maybe a little bit fortunate there. I think Finlay Curtis' yellow he got in the first half, that was just for closing down a ball at field, wasn't it? And his momentum took it into him, and there was no raised boot or anything, but he got caution for it. Rangers, though, with a free kick down the left-hand side. Less than 11 minutes of normal time to go. It's, oh, dearie me. I guess it swung into the box, but it just swung straight behind. It's a dreadful ball in from Dan Neil, who I've not been impressed with at all in this game, Dan Neil.
He's, again, you throw back in the first half, Devlin's had a lot more responsibility, but Neil's just, it's as if he's never got going. As his passing's been poor, he hasn't, for example, been on, but he's won the ball loads and he's brought that. I don't really know what he's brought to the game. They're really missing Raskin in the middle. That's the big one, isn't it? I know he's not in the squad. Don't know if it's an injury. Don't know if he's linked away with a move. We're trying to have a look before the game. Didn't really see much. He's just not involved. And again, it just then really falls out on Devlin. You'd rather even just put a player further forward and just say, Devlin, right, you aren't going to be that lone defensive midfielder. Get someone to kind of further support him into or something, because Neil hasn't done too much. But here comes Aberdeen. Yeah, driving down the left-hand side here with Smith. Delivers a ball in, maybe a chance at the far post. Oh, is there a penalty there? Well, Nisbet goes down asking for it. All of the Aberdeen players surrounding the referee here are asking for it. And at the minute, the referee has just pointed for a goal kick. He's saying, Nisbet, that he was pulled down. I have to see replays of this now. It's a lovely ball in by Smith. I mean, there is the arm. There's a little pull of the arm from Sterling. It's silly, and there's no real need to do it. No, there isn't. This might be a better angle. It would be soft, I will say, but like you said, he does kind of grab the arm a little bit, doesn't he? Puts Nisbet off. I think Nisbet is looking for it. The referee, well, he's played on to the foul. Look, again, I would not give a penalty, but as you said, Sterling just puts himself in a world of trouble. Again, another player on the yellow card. So, I mean, at this point, who's not? But yeah, I think Nisbet, again, to me, is because he can't get there, maybe looking for it a little bit as well.
There's the smallest, there's the arm, there's the hand on the arm of Nisbet, who then goes down immediately, but it's only for a split second from Sterling, so it's hand on the arm, then he's thought, oh no, pulls it off, and then Nisbet is already then going down. So yeah, I think he's looking for, I think he realises he's probably not going to get on the end of it, so can I make this look like a penalty? No, we couldn't. So yeah, I think it's the right decision from the referee and the officials who checked that one. As long ball downfield, that's a poor one though, straight out of play, so it'll be a throw to Rangers just before the halfway line, who look as if they're making a change. I was going to say, is that Theo Asgard who is getting ready to come on? No. My eyes need to be fixed. But we'll see in a minute who that is coming on. It's Naderi, actually, the German, who'll be coming onto the field playing. You can see another player stood up on the bench as well. Whether they've only recently gone off, I'm not too sure, but there's definitely one change going to be made shortly for Rangers. Aberdeen, though, have themselves a throw quite far advanced down this right-hand side. It's with Armstrong. Just goes inside now towards Arimo. Tries to clip one down that right channel. There's a little header ball inside by Smith. It's been hooked away. Guinness Walker picks it up, though. Couple touches by him. Finds the ball to Olisanya down the line. Goes back towards the feet of Armstrong. Former Southampton man delivers a high ball into the box. Good looking one. Nisbet with a header. It's saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, and it's another great save by the keeper. And then it's into the back of the net with the third chance. And it is Kevin Nisbet then who has popped it in from about 1 yard out with the head. Well, I have to be very sorry there for Ivor Pandor because he's made two really, really good saves. The first from Nisbet, the second from a teammate who followed it up, but then he couldn't keep it out. But Pandor's going to be looking around going, where is my defensive help? I've made two great saves. Why is nobody there?
It's such poor defending, as you say. Two for me. The second save is superb. The first one I'd expect him to make, but to save the header from Nisbet, to get back to your feet so quick, save it off of the number 9 there. Nisbet, I mean, it's great that he follows it in as well. That's more the poacher's instinct. But no one reacts, does the Sterling is ball watching, so is Fernandes. I mean, Fernandes isn't even looking at the ball or the player when he goes for his header. He's almost just going, okay, I'll defend it. Nisbet, easy chance. But yeah, if I'm Pandor, I am going ballistic at my back four. And he just sat in his own goal and looked a little bit upset, didn't he? I had a bit on my feet going, what are you doing? I need some support. Derek McInnes, I'd love to see a picture of him right now.
They're just looking to see if Nisbet has fouled Fernandes here. If when that initial ball goes in and he wins his first header, it's a push potentially on the back of Fernandes. I think Fernandes makes a huge deal of this, but this will be interesting because the referee's been told to go over to the monitor and to have a look at this. Well, we need to see replays. There are the hands up. This is the issue from Kevin Nisbet. I thought that when the ball first went in. He does have the hands up, but is there enough contact to force Fernandes to drop down to the floor like he did? Let's see it again. There's a little nudge. This will get chalked off.
It will. And
it shouldn't.
Again, as you said, from Nisbet it's silly because he does put the hands on the back, but it's hands on the back, it's not a push. But then, is it Sterling, I want to say? I'm not looking at the red boots that Sterling's been wearing. Because you feel the contact and you go down, don't you? It's one of them to me that because it's gone to VAR, they're almost saying wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They should probably be chalked off. But I think it's, to me, very soft. Sterling's looking for it. Nisbet shouldn't do that. But I do think this will, I agree with you, I think this will be chalked off, and I think it's really harsh.
I do as well. Kevin Nisbet, I think, has just been told because he's the skipper. And the referee makes the sign with the box, and he says this one has been chalked off for a foul. He put two fingers up there, the referee, and whether that's saying there's two hands on the back, potentially, I think Fernandes has made sure that he's gone down there and made sure to say, whoa, I've had hands on my back here, and it's been enough to force me to the ground.
He's one as well to admit, and I'm not trying to say whether you're 5'5" or 6'6" like Fernandes. For someone who is that big of a defender to go down, it just to me makes it look even worse. If that's a smaller fullback, if you will, 5'8", 5'9", and it's a fullback out of position, you just kind of, Nisbet's a big striker, big strong player. You go, well, he's bigger, stronger than me. Of course, he's pushed me over. For Fernandes to go down, it's almost like Nisbet will be going, I know what you're doing, but come on, that isn't enough to take you down, is it? So, yeah, I think it's. I do have to feel a little bit. I'd have to say for Nisbet there. Again, he puts himself in trouble because he doesn't have to put the two arms. It's not a push, but he puts them on him, doesn't he? So, I mean, Aberdeen, they will feel really unlucky there. But look, McInnes will probably going to be looking at himself going, that's a bit of luck I need, and maybe that's a bit deserved after the unluckiness he's had over the last 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, double change made by Rangers there with the VAR check going on as well, with Godfrey coming on for Finlay Curtis and also Shankland, who at the minute is the match winner. He's gone off and he's replaced by Naderi. So very defensive-minded changes made by Derek McInnes as he tries to hold on to this 1-0 victory against, of course, one of the sides that he was a former manager of. As they come forward down the right-hand side here, the Dons with Smith. He's twisting and turning, tries to put a cross and deflected up into the air. And the ball, well, let's say, is half cleared away. Then the Naderi sort of body checks into a Aberdeen player. Referee says free kick. It's Armstrong who's down on the ground. And he's felt that one. Yeah, there is just the shoulder and just into the stomach there. And with some of the yellow cards we've seen, again, you do think that Naderi's a little bit fortunate there. Armstrong is helped back to his feet, but they've got less than 3 minutes, Aberdeen, plus additional time, which there'll be a bit of now with the fact that we had that VAR check, which, to be fair, VAR checks that I've had to sit through was quite painless and quite quick, but it'll still add on probably 2-3 minutes to maybe what we were going to have added on anyway. So I think there's still maybe around sort of 6 minutes of additional time potentially to come in this game. As Armstrong delivers this free kick into the penalty area, keeper comes for it. That's a horrible punch by Pando, who drops down to the floor. Oh. Well, he drops down to the floor, Pando. There was a Rangers player on the floor. Pando then is waving to say, whoa, stop the play. The Rangers player and McCanya's got up, and then Panda's now lying down on the floor.
Yeah, watch it back. It's him who makes a world full of mistakes, and as well, it's more that, you know what, he does take a bit of he goes up and he kind of rotates more onto his more maybe tailbone, and his elbow takes a bit of whack, and you know what, if he goes down straight away, I won't have an answer. You know what, he might have been winning, might have picked a bit of a knock, okay, but it's how he looks at the referee, puts his arm up and then goes, oh yeah, that really hurts, oh yeah, he's looking at the referee, and as soon as he knows he's got it, goes, oh, I have to sell this now, I have to look injured, so that's more a problem. But as you say, how he's come out, he could have claimed that. He's come out the opposite side to punch it away. It is poor goalkeeper from Panda.
Yeah, no, I would agree. It's Godfrey, actually, the recent substitute, who got the brunt of that one. It was a heavy collision with his goalkeeper, but he was back to his feet pretty quickly. We're seeing replays again of that goal. Are they saying, actually, have they ruled it out for offside, potentially?
That's the first time we've seen that angle, isn't it?
Yeah, which I'm looking at now. But then again, they're pointing towards saying it's a push. Well, let's have a look what it was disallowed for. And it is, yeah. It's disallowed for the foul there.
Well, you said the referee put the two fingers up. I don't know if he's saying that's the first reason, but also if we did allow that, you were offside, perhaps, because he, as usually, kind of was saying two things. If you're right for saying, I'm not saying it isn't, that he might have been two hands in the back, or he might be saying there was two issues with that goal. Okay, if I think it's not a foul, if okay, we take it past that, that's not a foul, thumbs up. Okay, but you were offside anyway, so it would have been disallowed, regardless, maybe. So, yeah, maybe there was two causes why it wasn't allowed.
As Rangers coming forward down the left-hand side, Gassama just running into that channel, I think, trying to run down the clock as a slide challenge comes in there from Malua, but referee saying it came off him last. It'll be a throw to Rangers, who have the ball exactly where they want it. It's a few yards back from Aberdeen's right corner flag, so it's well in their defensive third. Legers now with this throw. 5 minutes of added time has just gone up on the board, so 5 minutes for Aberdeen to try and find themselves an equaliser. As Malua and Dan Neil just having a little pushing match there. As another throw for Rangers. It's thrown into the box. Naderi now hooks it back, looking for Yokota. He chests it down, edge of the area, trying to get room for a shot. Lays it into the path now of a teammate. Shot comes in. Oh, that's a horror. It's just got right underneath it there, unfortunately, and it's sort of scooped over the bar by Nedeljkovic. Not the player you wanted it to fall to.
No, the full-back there, he's done well since coming on, in the sense that he hasn't really put a foot wrong, but hasn't done too much going forward. He's come on and defended a lot, as he would want to, and then he's won a free kick there, so doing his job. But yeah, that's the most... he takes a nice touch off on his right onto his left. It is a nice touch, but it's almost that weak foot of, right, I'm going to spoon it over. If that's a stronger foot effort, you feel it might get it on target there, but as you said, 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go now, sorry, 5 minutes added time. Just feels like maybe Aberdeen now, they're running out of time, when that's the enemy for them.
Yeah, it's time is running out, like you say. Long ball downfield here by Rangers from the free kick. It's allowed to bounce into the goalkeeper's hand. Is there one last opportunity that the Dons can fashion as Muller plays a long ball downfield? It's a great ball. Malua, I tell you what, his shirt has been ripped off him by Godfrey. It's going to roll out for a throw on this left-hand side. A throw into Aberdeen, and they'll line up now for a long throw into the penalty area. It's Ashton Guinness-Walker who's going over to take it. He's got a fresh ball. Nice and dry for him to launch it in. One of the rare days it's probably not raining in Scotland. As what can they do now as they fill the penalty area, aiming for the likes of Daniel Happen there and Lewis Mayo. It's Guinness-Walker with the throw. It's a flat delivery. It's a good one. It's headed up into the air. Still not cleared. It's allowed to bounce down a few times. Eventually, there's a half volley forward. And it's on the halfway line now. Giving chase is Gassama. Ooh, just been knocked back towards Muller. with enough force there by Arimu, then plays a long ball downfield to Muller, looking down the right-hand side of the field. It bounces now towards a teammate in Cadden. Cadden trying to drive forward. They're under a little bit of pressure from Naderi. Oh, well, Cadden's thought he's getting a free kick, so he's put his hand on the ball, then the officials flagged, and it's a free kick the other way.
Yeah, that's really poor from the fullback, because it's not that he falls on it, he kind of goes to pick it up, doesn't he? If he falls on it, it's fair enough, but there he falls on it, then he puts his right arm on, then it's a grab, isn't it? If he touches his right arm first, you sit there and go, you haven't meant to do that. Yes, it's at your hand, but fair enough. Then he picks it up, and he almost picks it up and instantly goes, why did I do that? Because it probably might have been a free kick if I thought, but it definitely was a handball there. But you're right about Malua since coming on. He's been really good. I know they've almost gone that two up top with him and Nisbet, and that means that you've got two players really close together supporting 4-4-2-esque. But he's put a real shift in, hasn't he? Running the channels, he's been really energetic, putting the defenders under a bit of pressure. That's what happens when you put a player up front compared to behind. It's just obviously what's going to happen. But I felt that's what they were missing the first half, because Nisbet were doing a lot of running, but almost on his own, wasn't he? The freeing behind him, I don't think was supported enough. Whereas Malou's come on and gone, right, you're going to go that way, I'm going to press this way. And he could have played the full 80 minutes and been brought off and not doing anything, but he's come on and really brought a lot to Aberdeen.
Yeah, long ball downfield here by Muller. Zanaderi was offside. It falls now towards Armstrong. Is there one last opportunity? Got a minute and a bit of this 5 added on to go. Armstrong driving forward, edge of the area. Finds Guinness Walker to his left-hand side. He cuts in on the right foot, delivers one in. It's flicked up and away. It went over 2 Rangers players, but not the third one, as Armstrong now brings it down. He's under pressure. He's being forced backwards down the line, but a little step over there by Arimu, is challenging away with Naderi, still holding on to it, still going there as Arimu then gets the ball away, out towards the right-hand side now, less than a minute to go. What can they do? Smith in possession. Need to get the ball forward and into the box as Hap has it now, finds Armstrong. Armstrong looks up, he does deliver one into the penalty area. It's headed away, strong header by Fernandez once more, and Gassama now has it. Little pull of the shirt there, and the referee is going to blow for a free kick. Again, it's silly to put your hand on the shirt because you could see it clearly. Yeah, again, it's just, and I think as well, I think he's almost does it and knows, why have I done that? Again, he does it twice as well. He's really silly. And I think the referee has almost gone, I'm not going to send you off because you're already on a yellow card. Again, probably his head going, you first one probably wanted a yellow, so I'll let you get away with that. Because again, with the consistency of this game, that should have been a yellow card, really. But it looks like Rangers have, look, they've got the first win of the league season, and they're getting out of Pataudry, and maybe they can build on this now. Yeah, see what they can do. It's definitely more positive than the European excursions this season, and the referee has now blown for full time. So just one goal in it then at Pataudry. Lewis Shanklin's penalty in the 69th minute, securing Rangers' first league win of the season. Full time, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last